All right, welcome. This is Mr. Lucas. So you clicked on the right link. I am from Kailua High School, and this is our first ever Flip the Classroom for Algebra 2 Spring 2012. This is kind of actually pretty exciting. This is the first time we're going to do this. This is, again, a video for the new lesson on Monday, April 2nd. It's not going to be all of the examples. I want to present examples 1 and 2. So in this video, it'll be examples 1 and 2. But when you come in on Monday, we're going to start with homework right away. And then in the middle of the classroom, I'll teach you again more examples, examples 3 and examples 4, and then we'll finish it off from there on Monday. But when you come in on Monday, we're going to start with homework right away. As I make more videos, I'll be presenting more and more examples, and then eventually the later videos will be full lessons. So you are still responsible for taking the lesson notes, okay, because I will be checking them. All right, so our goal for today, so note that this is goal number 1. So when you come in on Monday, we'll finish off goal number 2. So in this video, our goal is to write the vertex form equation of the parabola. So yes, we're still doing vertex form equations. Okay, to write vertex form equation of a parabola but now we're just only given two major pieces. We're given the vertex and we're given another point on the parabola. So given vertex and point, ooh, can't even write over there, point on parabola. Alright, so here's a tip. What's good about these videos is that if I'm going too fast for you, you can always press the pause button. Okay, so even also after I present example number 1, example number 2 is going to be a little bit similar, except that we're going to add some fractions. If you think that you can do example number 2 on your own, you can always press pause, do it on your own, and after that you can just fast forward to see your answer as well. Okay, let's just do example number 1 right now. Example number 1, it's going to be the same instructions for example number 2, so we don't have to write that same instructions for example number 2 when the time comes. Okay, the instructions is to write the vertex form equation. Write the vertex form equation. Okay, write the vertex form equation given the following information. Given the following information. Okay, write the vertex form equation given the following info, and we do have two major pieces and then one minor one. So let's start with the minor one first. So this parabola opens up or down. The vertex is 1, -10. The vertex is 1, -10. And this parabola passes through the point 3, -18. Okay, passes. This parabola passes through 3, -18. Okay. Well, just like in class, I'm going to put the step-by-step instructions over here, and we're actually going to do the work on the left side. Okay, so example number 1, write the vertex form equation given the following pieces of information. This parabola opens up and down. The vertex is 1, -10, and this parabola passes through 3, -18. Let's start with the steps on how to do this problem. So the steps for this, let me just do 3 major steps, and then we'll finish it off after we do those steps. Okay. We're going to first we're going to label values of the vertex and the point. Okay, so we're going to label values of what we are given, okay, the vertex and the point. The vertex, remember, it is HK, so we did this last week. Okay, the point, however, we're going to label that as X and Y. Okay, once we label those values in, we are going to substitute those values in, put it in the vertex equation form of the parabola. Okay, so substitute those values in, and let's see if you guys still remember the vertex form equation, and if not, it is y is equal to a parentheses x minus h squared plus k. And then your last step is we're just going to solve for a. So we're not done yet. After we solve for a, we're just going to do some more. We're going to finalize those steps, but let's do these steps first. So we have vertex 1, -10, and we got the point 3, -18. Let me just rewrite this one more time. Vertex is 1, -10, and then your point was 3, -18. Let me see if I can color code this just a little bit. Your vertex is your h and k. So let's label this. This is going to be your h, and this is going to be your k. And then your point, you're going to label this as x and y. So x and y. All right, let me put this more towards the center. Now that we've labeled those values, we're going to use the vertex form equation of a parabola. And we're going to plug it in. So we got 4 of the values in. Now we're just left over with the a. So let's do that right now. Let me flip over to the next page. Okay, your vertex form is y is equal to a parentheses x minus h squared plus k. Alright, what was your y value that you just labeled? The y value that you just labeled was -18, so we're going to put -18 over here is equal to, we don't have anything for a, so we're just going to leave it as a, but for your x value, you labeled that as what? You labeled that as 3. Minus, so note that we still have to put that minus sign over here. What was the h value that we just labeled? The h value was 1. We're going to plug that back in over here. Close that parentheses square. Okay, and then your k value that we labeled was -10, so we are going to put -10 right over here. So we just substituted the values in for the vertex form. Now, the last step that I mentioned was to solve for a. So let's do that right now. Let's do the parentheses first. -18 is equal to a. 3 minus 1 is 2 squared minus 10. Okay, 2 squared is going to be 4. So we're going to have -18 is equal to 4a minus 10. Okay, let me move this a little bit more up. Now we're going to add 10 on both sides, add 10 on both sides. So -18 plus 10 is going to be -8 is equal to 4a. And then we're just going to divide both sides by 4. So that means that your a is going to be -2. Alright, we're almost done. We just got to finalize one more step. And the step is we're going to plug in not just your a value, but also your vertex values and back into the vertex form equation. So your final step is going to be, plug in a value and vertex value back into your vertex form of the parabola, which was, again, y is equal to a parentheses x minus h squared plus k. Okay. Plug in your a value. Let me just put this in quotes like that. Plug in your a value and your vertex value back into the vertex form. Okay, and let me just rewrite we got our a value, which is this. Our vertex, again, was 1, -10. Right, let's already use that formula. y is equal to a parentheses x minus h squared plus k. Notice that we have no value for y. Just leave it as is, but when after we put the equal sign, we do have a value for a, which is -2. So we're going to put -2 over here, parentheses x. Okay, we don't have to put any values in for x, but we do have to substitute in a value for h, which is 1 over here. So remember, this is your h and k. So we're going to go x minus 1, minus sign, and then 1, close parentheses squared, minus 10. This is your ANS, or your answer. Y is equal to -2, parentheses x minus 1 squared, minus 10. So this is your ANS.